How are you?
Oh, yeah, good, thank
I,
you.
I like your t-shirt.
Do you know, that's funny, you've got one the same. But mine's a little snug at the moment, but
Oh,
you know
great.
what?
Okay.
It
How are you
it
doing? How
holds
are
it
you
all
doing?
in.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, really. I mean, I've got a lot of crap going on in my life, and I mean crap like you wouldn't believe, but that's another story. But actually, despite all that,
Yes.
I've stuck to the plan, and and in the past I would have definitely used what's going on as an excuse to drink and eat
Yes.
shit, and but I haven't, and I'm really proud of myself.
How are you finding the community?
Oh, the community's amazing.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what? And I would like to think that I'm one of those amazing people as well
Yes.
because
I was
I
going to
try
say,
and support people
I
and
was going to say thank you so much for your input because we see you engaging with a lot of people, and it's very good to get that kind of yeah, because some people are lost, aren't they? And then some people just come in and they don't know what they to expect.
yeah,
Thank you for being
yeah.
so active.
Yeah. I think you're right, and some people. I mean, you are so tolerant and so patient because I've found as I've got older, I'm not as patient as I used to be. But some people, I think, just read the bloody
I know, I
information and
know.
stop asking stupid questions. But some people it takes a while, doesn't it? And I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah. I think they're probably used to something different as well. And
Yeah.
I've had to accept that. What was I going to say? What made you join the community initially?
Right. Well. Being honest, I've been overweight for hundreds of years, or it feels that way. And I've kind of gone up and down. So
Hundreds of
a
years.
few years ago, I lost 4.5 stone with Slimming World. I
Yeah,
still had a long way to go, even with 4.5 stone off. But then gradually, it's just come back on.
comes back
Um,
on. Yeah,
I've got to say, embarrassingly, I have tried semaglutide.
yeah,
It made me feel shit. I had terrible headaches all the time, migraines. I was never sick, unlike some people, and I did
yeah,
lose a little bit of weight. But actually, what it was doing, it was costing me a lot of money, and it was helping me
yeah.
maintain. But my quality of life was shit.
I know.
I stopped taking it, and I've piled on a
Yeah,
stone and
put
a
the way
half
back
or
on.
more in a very short period of time, and
Yeah,
I was constantly hungry.
yeah,
And I'd seen you on Facebook, and I thought, do you know what? But I've got a type 1 diabetic daughter, so I know about insulin and
yeah,
cortisol and all
yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
stuff. And I thought, this really makes sense. Let's give it a go. Because the other thing is, I like my holidays,
yeah,
and most of my holiday clothes don't fit me anymore. Um, and I thought, I've got rid of all my big clothes, and I don't want to be buying bigger stuff again. I need to do something about it.
yeah,
I was 60 last month or the month before, and I just I need to do something because I'm not healthy. I'm not well. I work incredibly hard, and I thought, there's got to be more to life than this, so why not do it? And in a
yeah,
way, I think your system suits me because when something's really strict, for want of a better word, I
yeah.
can stick to it. When I've got the latitude to,
Yes, yes, yeah. It is a lifestyle change. It's like I'm trying
mm,
to get people to think differently about food. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Honestly, so how much have you lost so far since you've been here?
Okay, so I started properly on the 1st of September because the week
Oh,
before was a bit of a disaster and I had 3 bottles of wine and God knows what else, but that's in the past. So I
yeah.
started properly on the 1st of September and I'm 20 pounds down in the
Good,
5 full weeks.
good.
And I've also lost 13 inches. So I've I've got 6 measurement points. So a couple of inches off each thigh, a couple of inches off my stomach, 4 inches off my waist, a couple of inches off my bust. So so that's I mean that's all good.
That's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really good. I mean, honestly, and the thing is, you're not hungry, you're not tired, you're not. That's the most. Yeah.
Well, and that's the amazing thing. So I did a 49.5 hour fast last week.
Wow,
It
amazing.
wasn't planned.
Good.
And I can honestly say I wasn't hungry. I had a couple of pangs where I thought, I could eat something.
But
And I had a
yeah,
mug of hot water
yeah.
and it went. And I cannot believe that I've done that. I've gone that 2 whole days without food,
I know.
but I've done it.
I'm a bodybuilder from six foot
Yeah.
day background, and I didn't think I didn't actually believe in fasting So it
No.
took me years to unlearn all the nonsense that I
Hmm.
learned. Because it worked. People became look good, but that was not healthy. So honestly,
No.
I'm so happy for you. Please don't stop being active in the community and then keep it going because we appreciate you. Is there anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I've got a holiday coming up, and it will be
Yes.
before the 90 days, because it's what, 4.5 weeks now.
Yeah.
Um, I don't intend being a saint on my holiday. I'm going to Miami, and then I'm on a cruise. It's
Yeah.
all inclusive. I will stick to the food plan as best I can,
Yes.
so I'll make sensible choices, but I do intend to drink. And I don't mean drink like I used to do, but I do intend to drink. I just really wondered if you'd any advice around that. Am I better off having a glass of wine, or I tend to drink gin and tonic or something like that, or
I wanted to go and enjoy your holiday and come back and continue.
and then so I accept that I'll probably go up in weight a little bit when I'm
Yeah, it
away, but
doesn't
then I
matter.
can get straight back on it, can't
When you
I?
get straight back on it, the thing is, how long are you going for?
I'll be away for 11 nights.
11 nights. So what it is, the thing is, you're not going by yourself, are you?
No, I'm going with my husband.
So you got to just make it like so that he enjoys it as well, rather than but just go and enjoy the holiday, knowing
Mm,
well that instead of drinking 3 bottles of wine, just drink one. If,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
just enjoy your holiday, and then when you come back, just start again, you will be fine. Do you know what I mean? Because you know
yeah.
what to do.
And I mean, and I think the fact that I can fast at the
Yeah,
moment and I'm
yeah.
not bothered, I guess I'm well on my way to being fat adapted,
You are, yes, definitely, yes.
because
When are you
otherwise
going on holiday?
I'd still be really hungry, wouldn't I?
When are you going on holiday?
So 11th of November we go down to Heathrow.
Okay, okay.
So it's like what,
Yes,
uh
over a month.
4 weeks on Tuesday we leave here.
4 weeks on
Uh
Tuesday. Yeah, 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 yeah.
so I've got another month.
Yes, yeah.
Um and I think in another month I will probably be in quite a good place. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, but,
it's
but what you can do is when you go on holiday, when you get up in the morning, fast still.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
fast and then and I always say if you can, have some eggs as your first meal, then second meal, enjoy whatever. But if you can do the fast, do it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Well,
do breakfast.
when I'm on the cruise ship, I can go
Yeah.
into the breakfast hall and get some boiled eggs
Yes, yes, yes,
and
yes, that's it.
take them with me, because if we're going off ship, I can take them with me and eat them
Yes,
later on
yeah,
in the
yeah,
day.
yeah,
So I will try that, and you can always get an omelette and stuff like that.
yes, yeah,
And there's always meat and fish of different varieties, so I think I could
yes,
do that, and
yeah.
have a bit of salad or whatever. But
You might find that you don't need a lot of alcohol to be drunk.
no,
You
no.
find that you won't need that.
I probably won't be having 13 espresso martinis like I did on my last cruise.
Exactly, you know, what I mean? Because that would throw you back if you can enjoy it, but if you go too
Yeah,
crazy, it
yeah.
will throw you back into out of fat adaptation. But now that if you can fast, it means you're either fat adapted or very close to it. You
Very
know?
close, very close. And I did wonder that. The other thing I just wanted to ask you about is coffee, because being honest, I haven't given up coffee.
Yeah.
Um, and I do many mornings. I still have a cup of coffee. And I know that the plan says not to, but I have been doing. I've always drunk it black, no sugar.
Yes.
And I know coffee is a stressor, and it affects your
Yes.
cortisol levels and all that kind of stuff. But
Because you can have coffee, but not first thing in the morning. Because that if you want wait maybe about a couple of hours before you have coffee. First in the morning, that really but look, I mean, I can't
mm,
tell you what to do, but
no, no, and I know I shouldn't be having, but some
yeah.
days I am, and some days what I tend to do is have hot water first
Yes,
and then wait
yes,
a bit. But
yes, yeah.
it's I do like my coffee, and being honest, Eddie, I've got a really really stressful job, and I work ridiculous hours, and
What do you do, if I may ask?
so I work for the Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
I'm head of electronic monitoring, so the people that wear tags, I've got
Yes.
responsibility for the whole country
Oh,
for all that. So
cool.
it is a
Amazing. Yes.
stress. It's a stressful job. And I don't know whether you've seen any of the stuff on the television about it recently, but we've been going through a really really bad time. But I mean, I've got terrorists and all sorts on the caseload.
Crazy. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is a stressful job, and I mean, before that I was a probation officer, and before that I was a psychiatric nurse. You know, so I obviously like stress in my life because I'm married and I've
So
got
you
10
started up as
grandkids
a
as well.
psychiatric nurse. You
Sorry?
started up as a psychiatric nurse.
Yes, I was a psychiatric nurse for 12 years before I became a probation officer,
You
and I
know, you
left.
know, you know. So was I.
Yeah, yeah.
Where did you work?
And so I live in Scarborough, so I was in North
Okay, yeah.
Yorkshire,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and I was in a long stay enduring mental health ward.
Yeah.
I've done other bits and pieces, and I've done some general medicine as well. But I always liked psychiatry, and to be honest,
Oh
being a
no, so
probation
you're an
officer, there's
you're RMN.
sorry.
Are you a qualified RMN?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it. I think
I'm
that's
not
what.
registered now because I've not done it
Oh no, same
since
here. No, of course not. That was a long time
beginning
ago.
2002 I left, and I trained to
I
become a
left in
probation officer.
I left in the early 90s. I had enough. It
Yeah,
was
well,
yeah.
I'd had enough because of all the changes, and that's why
Yes,
I
yeah.
retrained to become a probation officer.
Oh, very
And then
good.
I was nationally elected president of a trade union for 5 years. Tell you, I like stressing my life.
Well,
But
which union was it? You had RG, no, what's it called? Um, Royal College of Nursing, RCN. You had RCN,
yeah,
and then you had
I wasn't with RCN. The trade union was the probation officers union, so it
oh
was
yeah, okay,
National Association of
yeah,
Probation Officers.
yeah.
So I did that. So I was working in Parliament and all that kind of stuff.
You've got have had an interest in life.
Oh,
Very,
very, very much so, and it's I mean my kids say, Mum, you know everything. And I'll say, well, I don't know everything, but what I don't know isn't worth knowing about. But
very good. Yeah,
no,
I've
no.
got. I when you do this, I put my head in just learning about nutrition. I've got the blinkers on for everything else. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
and sometimes you have to do that. When my middle daughter got
yeah.
diabetes, back in 2000 and no 1998, I knew nothing about diabetes.
So
And,
you have to learn.
within months, I was an expert. And I used to argue with the medics. I used to say, no, that's rubbish. You're not doing that to her because this will happen and that'll happen. And, I am a bit of a know-it-all, I suppose. But
The way you eat now, that's how a type 1 diabetic is supposed to eat.
yeah, yeah. But if you spoke to the medics, they would say, oh, no,
They'll
no,
tell
no,
you,
no,
no,
you've got to have
no.
carbs.
I've got type 1 diabetic friends and clients, former clients
Mm,
who eat exactly how I eat. The like fatty red meat and the
mm.
like cruciferous vegetables. That's it. No, diabetes is blood in sugar in the blood. So
Yeah, yeah.
just take the sugar out of the blood. And then these guys, all they have is the background insulin, like the Lantus and the
Yeah, the Lantus or whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it. And they don't. Whereas when you eat a lot of carbs, which one was she using? Like you got Actrapid, which are the fast acting ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Humalog,
She has Humalog, yeah, and
Humalog, yeah.
she's got a pump as well. But I mean, her
That's the
HbA1c is
best one. The
brilliant.
pump and the sensor. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, her HbA1c is fantastic.
Good,
It's
very good.
really low. Yeah, so she's doing really well. But yeah, you have a responsibility to yourself and your family to find out stuff and not
To learn.
believe what
My
people
daughter was
tell you.
my daughter was ill. She had digestive problems from a very young age when she was 11. And
Hmm.
she went everywhere. And then the chef, then eventually we had to learn. She was being given the FODMAP and every time she ate, like she was out of school most of the time.
Hmm.
She says, oh, I was having a good time because she kept going to different consultants and all it
Yeah.
was her diet. And nobody could tell us that. And when I figured that out, it pissed me off, it really got.
Well, it does because they just fill you full of shit. I tell you, I've had some right arguments with doctors in the hospitals when she was a
It's not
kid.
their fault, you know what I mean? That's what they know.
No, no, it's but I know a lot about a lot. What you do, what makes sense to me. It's
Yes.
working for me. That's all that matters. And the amazing people in the community that I feel that I know and that we're friends, even though
Yeah, I
we've never
know.
met.
Great
And
in a
it's
short time because they're so supportive. And what I say is that because most of us have woken the fuck up, that's why.
yeah, well that anyway, I need to have a word with you.
Don't tell me.
Because I watched a video of you yesterday and you had this bloody dodgy football shirt on, and I said I was going to tell you off about it. Bloody Arsenal.
Listen. The Arsenal, they are playing, you know, they practice their playing field is just actually near me,
Is it? Okay.
walking distance from my house. So I've always known all the old Tony Adams and all them Paul
Oh, yeah.
Merson. I see them in the garage. So I will always support Arsenal, I'm afraid.
Well,
Who did you?
I'm a Liverpool fan, and the bloody
Oh,
bike's on me to tell you.
you know what? My son-in-law is also Liverpool. My daughter and my grandsons are Liverpool, all the red stuff. But you know, last weekend I was a Chelsea fan for 90 minutes.
Oh, I bet you were. Yeah. Well, you see, I do that as well. I do that. But no, it's good to have a bit of banter and a bit of
Oh no,
competition.
of course,
We,
yeah.
we we've let you go on the top just to give you a sniff of it, but we'll be back.
Do you know you've lost the last three games?
I know we have. I know.
You see what Mo Salah, you should sell him now because he's gone down.
But do you know what I think a lot of it is? I think a lot of it's psychological, and
Yeah,
you know, I mean, being a psychiatric nurse, you'll know this. The loss of Jota has really impacted on some players as
love
well,
who?
and
Oh yeah, oh no,
Diego
really
Jota,
affected them. Yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah,
mean, Salah is really, really struggling with that. And I'm not saying that's everything, but it does affect you. And people
yeah. Of course
go,
it
"Oh, well,
does.
it's
Yeah,
a game
yeah.
of football. Why should it?" But it does.
Because he affects it affects the camp, doesn't it?
It does, of course it does. Yeah. So I think that's part of it. And you know what? We're going through a bad
No, I
patch.
forgot
And
about that shit. So that's got a lot. It must have a lot to do with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I believe so, Eddie. But look, do you know, it's amazing to meet you and speak to you.
honestly,
Um,
don't stop. You know, I like it when it makes sense to people who think. Because a lot of people just come in, oh, yeah, where's the meal plan? What am I going to eat now?
do you know what? Some people, I want to slap them senseless. And when they ask you stupid questions on the call, and I feel like saying, read the fucking information. But you know, you really are tolerant. But some people really ask the most stupid questions. Or
I
they'll
know,
go, well, I've been eating this and eating that. And I'm like, well, it's not on the plan. What
I
do you
know
expect?
a couple of times, when I start getting a bit irate, Lauren is sitting here, she just like, tapped me, like, calm down.
Gives you a kick and
Yeah,
says, shut up. Yeah.
yeah.
But seriously, there are some, sorry, idiots.
No, but that's how it is in life,
Oh, I know it is. And
in
you know,
general.
being in
So,
the
so we've got
jobs we've been in,
yeah,
we
yeah,
know that, don't we? Because believe you me,
absolutely.
I come across more than most people
I
in the
mean,
civil
yeah,
service.
because being a probation officer as well, you don't met a lot
Oh,
of assholes. Yeah,
well, yeah, and I meet a lot of arseholes in my job now. Some civil servants are absolute plonkers, but you know, it is what it is.
honestly, listen. If you have anything else you want to ask me,
Um, I don't. Right. So if I'm having a drink, if I'm having
gin and
a
tonic.
gin or a rum and coke or whatever, am I better off with the sugar-free coke or the? I've always drunk diet drinks simply because we've got a diabetic in the house and that's what I'm used to. Now I know that people say they're poison, but
Why don't you have a soda, like you know what do you call it, sparkling water with it,
rum and coke's not quite the
with a
same,
bit
is
of
it?
lime, rum and oh look, if you're gonna do the rum and coke, you might as well do the diet one. The thing is, it's not gonna
Mm,
hurt you. Just enjoy your holiday, and then when it comes,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I mean, I'll aim not to have coke, but I do miss
yeah,
my
yeah,
diet
yeah.
coke, to be honest.
But I'm saying you can have a bit of diet coke with it. It's not gonna kill you. Just when you come back, you know exactly what you need to do to get yourself back to where you are now, and it won't take that long at all. You would,
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
no.
The thing is,
Oh,
maybe go away and think, ah, you know, I remember when I went to see my daughter and I drank for a while. I said, ah, I wasn't actually enjoying it anymore, so I eased off. Eventually,
yeah.
yeah,
And
you might
and
feel like shit.
to be fair, I look at things whereas before I would have been like, God, I could have some of that. Like my husband's still having some stuff that I'm not,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
say, "Sorry," I'll say it doesn't matter because I'm not actually interested.
Absolutely. Whereas in the past, when you were swimming well, you find that,
I'd have been like, God, I
yeah,
could kill
yeah,
some of
yeah,
that, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And even sneaking into the kitchen and just having a little,
It's to do with insulin. It's all
yeah, yeah,
when you
yeah.
bring insulin levels down. I mean, when it makes sense, when the penny drops, you think, fuck, why did I not know this? Honestly, and
Well, yeah, and do you know what? I've spent years and years of being really bloody fat and unhealthy, and I just think now I feel in control, which is really
yes,
important.
yes, yeah.
It's not a struggle, all
Yeah.
right, every now and again I think, it'd be nice
Yeah.
to have a bit of
But it's
bread
not
or
as often as
something.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
But actually, it's not a game changer that.
And it
And
passes, doesn't it?
well, it does pass because I just
Yeah.
think no, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You really don't need. I mean, yesterday I hardly ate anything,
I know.
so I can't say I fasted, but I had a bit of pork, cold pork that was cooked from
I
the day
know. And
before,
nothing happened to you.
and that is all I had yesterday. So I didn't fast, but I had that at lunchtime. I had nothing last night, and I've had nothing yet today, and I'm genuinely not hungry.
I know. I know. Now, it was when I put my videos, I don't know if you watch my stuff on social media.
I've watched some. That's where I saw the Arsenal shirt.
No, I get a lot of abuse and a lot of blah blah blah, but it's all white noise. I set out not to be mainstream. I don't want to be mainstream because like we had I was screaming at Joe Wicks for making
Yeah.
that bar because
Oh yeah.
we're trying to get the government to listen. I'm trying to tell people don't buy anything that's got multi ingredients in it. That's the whole point. It's not about bars. We know that they're not good for us. There's practically nothing in our shops. About 90% of what's in the shop is actually not good for us. Look at every product.
Well, do you know, just I was looking the other day because I've been thinking about, I'm going to make like a shepherd's pie, but it's going to be like chili mince
Yeah,
because I like a bit of flavour with the broccoli and cauliflower mash and put some cheese on it. And I was thinking, oh, I wonder about stock cubes. I could not believe the shit that's in a stock cube.
I think the
Potato
first ingredient
starch,
is
sugar.
maltodextrin. I know.
I was like, what? I just, because you don't know, do you? You just think it's a
I
stock
know.
cube.
No, I
But
know. We
but
should do
yeah.
a video on that. We're gonna do a video. We do a video on stock cubes because we do the ones that they use a lot in Africa, but all the oxo and all of that, people don't realize they're just full of shit. They're just chemicals.
Well, I just couldn't believe because I
Yeah.
looked, I thought, I'm sure I could get away with one of them. And when I saw it, I went, forget it, I'll do without.
You can actually make your own stock with
Mm.
bones and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I've always done chicken stock. So when I
Yeah,
cook the
yeah.
chicken thighs and things,
Just
I always siphon the juice off and
yes.
put it in a bowl, and I use that.
Simple. Or you can go to the butcher. The butcher can give you all the offcuts and stuff like that, and then you make a stock with it because that's better than all the other nonsense. These guys
Mm,
don't have our interests, our health interests at heart. They just want to make money, and that's
mm,
it.
And my husband, even though he's still having muffins, he's still having sandwiches for his pack out at work because his evening meal's been a lot healthier. He has lost weight.
Good, honestly. But slowly, when he sees you getting better and better,
Yeah,
he'll join you. Just wait and see, okay?
yeah. It's great. I'm really pleased I found you, Eddie, and I'm really pleased I
Listen,
took
thank you
the
so much.
plunge, because everything you say makes sense. And do you know what? What I really like is that you keep it real. You you're not talking with marbles in your mouth and saying, "Oh, you
No,
must do
no,
this."
no,
You
no.
just keep it real, and
I
everybody
just
loves
wanted to
you.
watch. I wanted to reach the average person and
Yeah.
keep everything simple.
Well,
Square and deliver in a way that everybody understands. That's why you won't see me on mainstream media because I'm not marketable. If you think about it, I'm not gonna. They're not gonna tell me to stop swearing because I'm not going to.
well, no, and you know, I love it. I mean, I swear like a trooper at times. Being a bloody psychiatric nurse and a
You
probation officer,
learn.
you have to do.
You learn. You have to because the patients are doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, you've got to speak to people on their level, which is think
Well,
is
yeah,
what you've just said. Yeah, and if you don't, you become too far
I know.
removed,
I
don't you?
know.
No, so.
Listen, we got somebody now. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will keep you posted. Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. I'm good, yeah. Shrinking, you
Good.
know.
That's what we want to
Next time
see.
you see me, this shirt will be hanging off me.
Very good. That's what we
At the
want to
moment, it's
see.
just holding all my flabbering.
Listen, have a
Okay.
good day. Yeah.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Talk to you, Yvonne. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.